Thank you so much for your interest in the upper room. What we wanted to do was give you an opportunity to look at and experience a few of the stations in the upper room. This is a peaceful, reflective, healing room. A place for you to pour out your heart, a place for you to be with Jesus, a space for you to be immersed in prayer. Let me show you around. As you walk in to the door, you will see a sign to the left, and that sign is our first prayer station. It is an opportunity to rest, to put your hand on your heart, to breathe, to exercise some gratitude, to realize what kind of a day you've had, and to prepare your heart before walking into a very peaceful place where you are welcome to bring your joy, to bring your sadness, whatever you're carrying today, you are welcome to bring that in. As you walk into the upper room, immediately to your left, you'll see a desk, and it has envelopes and notes, pens and pencils. You can sit down at the seat and write a note to someone that God puts on your heart. Maybe you're in the upper room and an aunt or an uncle, a sibling, a parent, a friend comes to your mind, and you want to sit down and write them an encouraging note. You can grab a letter, write them a lovely note, encourage them, include a Bible verse if you want to, write a prayer for them. When you're done, put their address on the envelope and set it in the basket. And we'll mail it for you so you don't even have to worry about postage. As we continue around the room in a clockwise fashion, you'll see a giant chalk wall with all kinds of things written up there. That originally is designed to be a gratitude wall, but you can really write what you want to write up there. There's scriptures, there's prayers, there's all kinds of things that people have been writing. You're welcome to grab some chalk and write whatever is on your heart. The next station that I'd like to call your attention to is the healing station. There's a guided prayer that you can go through if you need healing in your body, in your soul. Maybe you need healing for a relationship. Whatever kind of healing you feel that you need, there is a beautiful opportunity to connect with Jesus and invite Him to heal you. You can reach your hand inside of the bowl and grab a little cross. You can write something on the cross. Maybe it's something that you're facing, or a name, or a word. And if you'd like to, you can carry that cross around with you in your pocket, or you can return it to the bowl. Any way you want to approach that is fine. While you're there, invite God to heal you and touch your life. As we continue clockwise around the room, you'll see 3 maps. One is of the United States, one is of the world, and one is of Colorado. And there's a lot of sticky notes that people have been putting up on these maps. Maybe God has put a state or a nation on your heart to pray about. You can take a sticky note and write down a prayer. You can pray other prayers that people have already posted up. You can step back and ask God to point out a nation that isn't normally on your heart. Bring that to your attention and pray for the people, the precious people in that nation. On this wall, you'll find a variety of different ministries, local ministries, national ministries, and international ministries that we love, support, and pray for. And you can feel free to love, support, and pray for any of them. The next station that we have is a station of the cross. A local artist created a beautiful picture of Jesus. It's hanging on the cross, and you can get down on your knees on the kneeler. You can take communion. Maybe you have a burden to leave there. Maybe there's something that's concerning you or weighing on your heart. You can just talk to Jesus about it right there. You might have come into the upper room today to pray for other people. As you approach the prayer request wall, you'll be able to interact with real-time prayer requests that people in our community have. You can feel free to reach out and grab a card and pray for them. You can even grab a pen and write down your own prayer requests and pin it up there for other people to pray for. This is just a really beautiful opportunity to intercede for people in our community that have very real needs. On the other side of the small room divider, you'll find a leather chair and some snacks, which you are welcome to enjoy. The leather chair is there facing toward the corner of the room so that you can have some privacy and spend some time in contemplation. Sometimes we feel overwhelmed by the pace of our lives, and we need a place that is set aside or set apart to interact with God. This contemplative prayer space is a beautiful area to have some silence and solitude, some time alone with Jesus. So if that's where you are at today, that is the perfect place for you. As you continue around the room, you'll find a tree painted on the wall with a bunch of paper leaves filled with names. Every single one of those names represents somebody that doesn't know Jesus yet. It's called our salvation tree. So if you know somebody that doesn't know Jesus yet, you can pull out a pen, write their name on a leaf, stick it on that tree, and people all throughout the week will be praying over all of those names. As you lift your eyes above the salvation tree, you'll see this beautiful stained glass piece. You'll see the cross, you'll see Jesus walking with a lamb, you'll see the empty tomb. And one of our dear friends and local artisans created this for us. The idea here is that you can look at this picture and invite God to speak to you through that. It's a practice called Visio Divina. It is prayerfully looking at a piece of art and inviting God to speak to you. So I want to invite you to give that a shot. The last station that I want to introduce to you is our confession station. Sometimes it's very helpful to write down what we are struggling with, our sin. You can reach down, grab a sticky note, write down a confession to God, then tear it in half and put one side of that in the box on the table. Then you can go all the way across the room to this other box and place the other half of your confession in there. This is a way for us to practically engage in Psalm 103, where it says that God takes our sin from us and separates it from us as far as the east is from the west. In the very center of the room, you'll find an ottoman. This is an opportunity to pray for family. You can pray for your marriage, you can pray for prodigal sons, you can pray for reconciliation, healing. We're really just inviting God to bring back our friends and family to the place of blessing, like it says in Jeremiah chapter 31. You'll also see a large leather artistic journal where you can capture the answers to prayer that we're praying. This is an outpouring of people's hearts, to be honest. It is going to be filled with heartfelt answers to prayer and gratitude to God. You can feel free to write down your own answers to prayer or rejoice as you read other people's answers to prayer. As your time in the upper room comes to a close, you'll see a small wall hanging on the door with a blessing. And that is our way of sending you out into the world in a peaceful and blessed way. It says, "May the Lord bless you and keep you. May He make His face shine upon you. May He be gracious to you, causing His countenance to rise on you and give you His peace." And that's our prayer for you today.